It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. He's your only black friend, so he's your best black friend. I wouldn't trade him for another black friend, because black friends are rare, as you should be aware. He smiles like Richard Pryor, so just sit and stare. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler.
Hey guys, Tyler here. I spotted this video by watching Introverted Smile's channel in regards to a gay person and his thoughts on Stop Islam. I want to make perfectly clear to the original content creator that this video is made entirely under fair use. Fair use allows me to criticize videos and critique videos, and I noticed that you and Introverted Smiles had a back and forth about that. Now that is out of the way, let us begin.
Following the Brussels attacks that happened a few days ago, there was a hashtag that went around Twitter that was hashtag Stop Islam, and of course I clicked on it to see what racism would unfold.
I want to say, dude, that I support the LGBT community, which means I support people like you to have whatever rights that you want to. Now that being said, how can you be racist towards a religion? Racism is pretty much prejudice against a person because of their skin color, and religion does not have any sort of skin color at all. When you criticize religious belief, that is not racist. I am not racist for criticizing Christianity. I am not racist for criticizing Islam. I am not racist for criticizing whatever religion I want to criticize. Now that being said, there is such thing as anti-Arab bigotry, and pretty much people hate people because they're Arab. So there's actually a case for that. However, criticizing religious ideas itself is not racist at all.
And what xenophobia would unfold in front of my eyes.
Tell me this, what is so wrong about being xenophobic against Islam? If you, for example, were to study the doctrine, what you'll find is that Islam is in fact the mother load of bad ideas. Later on in the video, I will go into more details about the beliefs in Islam, but to suggest that being xenophobic against Islam is bad is somehow very strange to me.
And I think what's scary is that, when you have an attack like Brussels, which ISIS claimed responsibility for right afterwards, and it was a horrible, horrible attack of terrorism. The problem is that a group like ISIS identifies as Islamic, and they say that that's the morals and the values that they follow. And yet, what the reality is that they take a religious ideology and they twist it and they mold it and they bend it into something that's totally unidentifiable.
That is not true. That is not true at all. ISIS did not twist Islam at all. As a matter of fact, many of ISIS principles comes directly from Islam. Let's go through that list, shall we? For example, apostasy. According to ISIS list, if a person happens to be apostate, they deserve to die underneath the Islamic State. When Muhammad was alive, according to the Hadith, he ordered for the death of those who leave Islam. Another example is death to blasphemers and those who assault the Prophet. When Muhammad was alive, he actually called for the death of those who actually made fun of him. Another example is cutting off the arms and legs of thieves. When Muhammad was alive, he called for those who stole stuff to get their arms and legs cut off. Another example is stoning adulterers. When Muhammad was alive, he called for the death of those who commit adultery. Also, underneath an Islamic state, Christians and Jews must pay the jizya, or else they'll die if they don't pay the jizya. Another punishment by ISIS is death to homosexuals. Now, according to the Hadith, homosexuality is actually punishable by death. As you can clearly see right now, Islam is in fact the mother load of bad ideas. It's bad for you, my friend who's gay, and it's bad for me who's an atheist. Now, according to Muhammad, he pretty much said that those who are a caliphate leader, if they were to call for jihad, for example, then it's the duty of all Muslims to partake in that jihad. Now, according to the very same text, it pretty much says that those who do not partake in jihad are hypocrites and they deserve to die. The modern-day caliphate leader is part of ISIS, and since the Muslims do not partake in jihad as directed by the ISIS leader, they pretty much go out their way to kill other Muslims as well. In short, you're dead wrong about Islam. It affects gay people, it affects atheists, it affects Jews, it affects Christians, hell, it affects other Muslims, hell, it affects an entire humanity. Look, I'm not saying to not defend peaceful Muslims, but do not defend Islam, the ideology.
What the reality is that they take a religious ideology and they twist it and they mold it and they bend it into something that's totally unidentifiable. And not at all representative of the majority of people who are Muslim and who do follow Islam.
Actually, 81% of Muslims who support Al Jazeera actually support ISIS. Also, according to Pew, the vast majority of Muslims support Sharia. So yes, the vast majority of Muslims do in fact have ISIS views. Not all Muslims obviously, just the vast majority of Muslims.
I think it's important for us to really consider that an extremist group is not representative of a majority.
Do I need to show you these graphs again?
It's the same thing as how the KKK are not representative of the majority of Christians. And in fact, the morals that they follow are not the morals of Christians, even though they identify as Christians. So therefore, they really are not. They are just white supremacists.
So you mean to tell me that the KKK established an entire Christian nation and then used Bible verses to justify killing people? That's a dumb comparison. Anyway, that's my entire response to you. I hope you do realize that Islam is not a friend of yours, and matter of fact, being gay and supporting Islam is like being gay and supporting Christianity. Take care.
It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. He's your only black friend, so he's your best black friend. I wouldn't trade him for another black friend, because black friends are rare, as you should be aware. He smiles like Richard Pryor, so just sit and stare. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler.